Hey guys, it's Chad with Beverage Professor, the channel designed to teach you about all things alcohol. Hey, how is your knowledge of tequila? Do you know what Reposado and Viejo and Cristalino are and what makes them different from one another? Well, by the end of this video, you will feel very confident to talk about tequila. Something else you'll learn, you're going to know some of the main differences between tequila and mezcal, because we can't talk about tequila and not talk about mezcal. I'll give you more information on that later, so stick around. Alright, so first let's discuss what tequila is and how it is made. Tequila is a product of Mexico, coming specifically from the Jalisco region of Mexico. It's made from the Weber blue agave plant. And this plant looks like it would be some kind of type of cactus or something, but it's actually part of the lily family. I was very surprised to hear that, so I thought I'd pass that along to you. Anyway, the process for making tequila begins by harvesting the Weber blue agave plant, and it takes about 8 to 12 years for the plant to even be mature enough to be used. So it's a long process. So the leaves of the agave plant are then chopped away from its core, and the core is called the piña. And the piña is chopped in half and then roasted in furnaces or huge steam ovens. It takes about 15 pounds of agave to make 1 liter of tequila. The roasted piñas are then shredded and their juices are pressed out. The juice is then placed in a fermentation tank or a vat, and they add yeast. And then the yeast eats the sugar of the agave plant and converts it into alcohol. Then this alcohol goes through the actual distillation process. There are 2 main categories of tequila: mixto tequilas and 100% Weber blue agave tequilas. Mixto tequilas contain a minimum of 51% agave sugar ingredients, with the other portion, the other 49%, can come from other sugars, which typically would be cane sugar. Other products allowed in mixto tequilas are caramel color, oak extract flavoring, glycerin, and sugar-based syrups. These tequilas tend to be your less expensive tequilas, or like your well tequilas, the kind of the bottom of the barrel tequilas. Now, not all are. You will find some in like a mid-price point. There's some very well-known names that are mixto tequilas, and there's nothing wrong with those. You know, it's just if you want a more premium drink, you'll want to stick with maybe the 100% de agave tequilas, which is what we're going to talk about next. So 100% blue agave tequilas are those made only using 100% Weber blue agave. Now these tequilas will usually state on the label somewhere 100% blue agave or 100% de agave or something like that to let you know these are 100% agave tequilas. These tequilas must be bottled only in Mexico with and within the designated region. Alright, so 100% blue agave tequilas will be labeled as one of the following, depending on the time that they are aged in oak barrels. The first category would be your Blanco tequilas, and this is the base tequila. This is the tequila that comes right out of the still. It's either unaged, or if at all, it's only aged for up to 60 days in oak barrels. This tequila will be clear in color. It'd have a strong taste of agave and like a really crisp alcohol. Sometimes it comes across like peppery or spicy. And so Blanco's kind of your base for all other tequilas. Now your next category is Reposado, and this means rested in Spanish. Reposado is aged for a minimum of 2 months in oak barrels, but no longer than a year. And during the aging process, the tequila will begin to turn a yellow or golden color, and the flavors will change by adding a little more oak influence and a little more oak character from the barrels. And this will also soften the tequila some. It'll take away some of the sharp, crisp flavors that you get in a Blanco tequila. Alright, your next category is añejo. And añejo means aged or old. And these are aged for a minimum of 1 year, but usually aged between 1 and 3 years. And these will be deeper in color due to the extra aging and the oxidation that takes place from the oak barrels. So you're going to start seeing a deeper golden color. And these are great sipping tequilas. These are the ones that you want to just have chilled a little bit, or maybe a cube of ice and sip on. The next category is the extra añejo, and these are any tequilas that are over 3 years old. You may also see these called Reserva. Alright, so let's talk about Cristalino. And Cristalino is a relatively new category. This is where they take an aged tequila, like a Blanca or a Reposado or an añejo, and then filter it. And they usually filter it through charcoal filtration, and this will remove some of the naturally occurring colors that tequila picks up from the aging process. And then the filtration process brings the tequila back to the color of a Blanco, and then kind of removes some of the woodier notes, but leaves some of the rich textures that the barrel imparts. And this results in a tequila that is kind of has the complexity of an añejo with a crisp taste of a Blanco. And with Cristalinos, on the bottle, a lot of times they'll tell you if it is an actual Reposado or an añejo that has been filtered. And on this one, it says it is a Reposado Cristalino. And on this one, it's a Reposado tequila. And I think this one was an añejo. Yes, it says it's an añejo Cristalino. Alright, so like I said earlier, I can't do a tequila education video without also talking a little bit about Mezcal. So, is Mezcal tequila? Well, the saying goes that all tequila is Mezcal, but not all Mezcal is tequila. Mezcal is the name that's given to all spirits that are distilled from the agave plant. As we know, tequila is made from the agave plant, so it's a type of Mezcal. But Mezcal is not the same as tequila. Now, unlike tequila, Mezcal can be made from 11 types of agave. As we know, tequila only uses the Weber Blue agave. So, with Mezcal, they're able to blend different types of agave. And this will give a range of flavors in a Mezcal. Now, most Mezcals are produced using the agave espadin as their primary agave, but they can blend in, again, other types. So here are the main differences between tequila and Mezcal. Tequila can only be made from one type of agave, right? The Weber Blue agave plant. And Mezcal can use several types of agave. Mezcal roasts their piñas in underground fire pits using wood fires. And this gives them that smokier taste. Whereas we know tequila roasts their piñas in brick ovens or in autoclaves, which these autoclaves are kind of like industrial pressure cookers. Most of the time, tequila producers use a commercial yeast to ferment their product. Whereas mezcal producers will use a wild yeast to do their fermentation. Tequila has to be produced in the state of Jalisco, Mexico, whereas mezcal can be produced in one of 9 different regions in Mexico. So there's a few differences there. Something about mezcal, on their bottles, they will give you the following information. Most brands will tell the brand, basically, obviously, the brand, and then they'll also mention the mezcalero, the person who actually did made the spirit. And they'll also put on the bottle the state or region in which the agave was grown, and also mention the type of agave used to make the mezcal. Hey guys, I hope now you have a better understanding of tequila and you feel a lot more confident about talking about tequila or purchasing tequila, whatever you're doing with your tequila. Anyway, hey, if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, tell your friends about me, and also watch some of my other videos. I just want to keep teaching you guys about all things alcohol. Thanks for watching. Till next time, cheers.